So I've known Mr. Hales for a number of years, and he has shown time and time again to be a devoted husband, father, and servant leader. So Derek, he's an active member at Temple Baptist Church in White House, serving in various ministries, as well as serving in various committees there at the church. When you meet Mr. Hales, you'll quickly realize he's very humble. He's probably one of the most humble men you'll ever meet. So when I heard what had occurred and the actions of Mr. Hales took, I was almost in disbelief at the heroism and courage that he displayed. So for those of you who don't know, Derek saved the Robinson family from their burning home. And it just so happened that Derek was up way past his bedtime on Saturday, September 24th, when he noticed a strange glow outside of his bedroom window. When he looked to see what it was, he saw his neighbor's house was on fire. Derek, without hesitation, ran to the burning house to get his neighbors out. So the fire started in the rear of the residence and quickly spread to the second story of the home. Mrs. Robinson and her two children were asleep on the first floor and were not aware the house was engulfed in flames. So the White House Fire Department received a call around 12:37 a.m. For a fire on a back porch of this residence, and within 6 minutes of receiving the call, the house was fully engulfed. So the fire progressed so fast and throughout most of the structure before White House Fire arrived within that 6-minute time frame that they had to fight the fire from the outside due to the untenable conditions inside the house. White House Fire was on scene until around 6 a.m. fighting the fire, extinguishing hot spots, and completing other fire response-related activities. So due to the amount of damage, it was undetermined how the fire started. The Robinson family, however, was able to escape the home unharmed due to Derek's heroic actions. The Robinson family, White House Fire, and now Sumner County credits Derek with saving the family's lives. So the house is a total loss, but thanks to Derek, the most valuable assets in that home were saved. Mr. Hales, what makes the flag on the mast to wave? Courage. What makes the elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist and the dusky dusk? What makes the muskrat guard his musk? Courage. What makes the Sphinx the seventh wonder? Courage. What makes the dawn to come up like thunder? Courage. What makes the Hottentot so hot? What puts the ape in apricot? And what makes the guy up way past his bedtime save a family from a burning house? Courage. So Derek, for meritorious conduct, extraordinary valor, and conspicuous bravery, it's my honor to present to you this proclamation honoring you for this act of heroism. And I so move.
All right, second by Commissioner Becker. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign.
I'll keep this brief. Yes, I'm a very humble guy. I'm not one who's, I pride myself in being modest and try to not make it all about me. And this story is not about me. It's about God. Everything that Wes just detailed is 100% true in terms of that timeline. And when you step back and you think about it, I'm normally in bed at that time, okay? I don't usually, take my kids out to a concert late at night. It just happened to be one of those nights where we decided to go and have a good night and make memories. But God puts us in places to be courageous, to do the things that we're called to do. And I don't know what the plan is exactly, or what it is that we sometimes are supposed to learn from these things. But one thing I would say is there's a lot of debate that happened earlier around safety. I want to make sure that you all understand the importance of preparedness at your homes and spiritually. You have to make sure that you are guarding your families, because this family woke up. I mean, there's no written contract you're going to wake up the next day, okay? You take your life for granted. And when that family woke up in disarray, when the windows were bursting with flames and smoke pouring through their house, the sheer look of panic on their face, it takes you back to see that. And what I would just encourage you all is make sure that you are prepared in your homes. Have an evacuation plan. Check your fire detectors. I doing a lot of research after this is what, because I'm a parent. I have my 2 children here with me. I never checked my fire alarms, never checked them. I didn't check the batteries. I didn't check the date on them. Do you all know the difference between an ionized and a photoelectronic smoke detectors? You probably don't. Most of your homes have ionized detectors. Those won't save you guys, and those things are dangerous. I mean, I'm not in politics. Politics isn't my thing. But, I mean, there are certain states that actually ban those those fire detectors, because they're not fast enough to wake your family up. What kills people is smoke inhalation. And so I would just encourage you to look up photoelectronic detectors. If you hear anything I have to say, take that back with you. They're like $40 for like 4 of them, okay? Have a plan in place. I never talk to my kids about what the plan would be if a house is on fire. Now I'm crazy. My wife makes fun of me. She's like, what is wrong with you? I'm getting like all these second-story escape ladders because my kids live on the 2nd floor. My neighbors think I'm crazy because like I'm hanging ladders outside the window, testing them. But you don't think about those things until it actually happens. And the same thing's going to happen when you go to meet your Maker, okay? You have to have, these things are great because you want to protect yourself and your family physically, but you need to be with your family spiritually as well. Have conversations about who God is, pray with them, be in the daily walk in the Word of God. And, I know there's times are changing. I'm not in the politics, but this stuff you guys are talking about impacts the schools and the safety, and Mr. Wright, God bless you and what you do for the schools, but you all have to protect your own homes, okay? You can't rely on other people to protect you. That house was on fire and completely engulfed in flames in 5 minutes. Firefighters are some of our greatest heroes, absolutely, but there's no way they could have made it there on time. You all have to prepare yourself physically as well as spiritually. And so I don't know what the plan is from all of this. It's definitely woken me up. I know for sure the Robinsons have been woken up by this. And so I would just encourage you all, please don't take your life for granted. Soak in every moment. Kiss your kids before you go to bed. Give them hugs. If you're having a fight with your spouse, get beyond it. Just, none of that stuff really matters at the end of the day. It's this life that you get, and you get only one chance at it. So don't take it for granted. So that's all I got to say.